Okay, Dale Little here with Rescue American Ministers, and it's been a little while since we've been able to get back into the book of Revelation, and wanted to finish up chapter 18. I did the video, and it would not upload, and then just got so busy doing other things, and so that's where we want to finish up here. I don't think it'd take long. We did the last few verses. I think 18, I'll back up to verse 17. We're talking about those people that are wailing because Babylon is finally fallen. And Babylon, we're talking about the system in this world. And these people that have invested their money, these merchants who've invested their money in the wicked systems of this world, into the Babylonian wicked worship there of false gods and all that is evil. Go back to John chapter 3. It says, light has come into the world, darkness comprehended it not. This world is full of darkness. And so that's what we're contending with. It's so much hate. I know, yeah, the church is the one that ends up getting blamed as being hateful and intolerant and all that stuff. There's nobody that's more intolerant than Satan's crew and his crowd, the anti-God crowd. And when Antichrist comes on the scene, then you'll see that. Now go back to verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and the sailors not as may trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is likened to this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by the reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. Rejoice over her now, or rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of the harpers, and musicians, and pipers, and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Wickedness has been on this earth from the beginning, since the Garden of Eden, when Satan came to Eve, and Eve and Adam both took of the fruit that was told not to, and committed sin. But here, I see these people on Facebook today, they think they've got it made, and they talk about how everything's, the other side's fault. They post these memes from Democrats, and that's what it says, the Democrats. And every ill thing that's going on is blamed on the Republicans or someone else. Never will they take any blame for anything. And so that's the way it goes. And yet they turn around and point the finger at Republicans, at the independents, and whoever else. Not even giving here Kennedy. He's running as an independent. Any civil service protection. Or at least last I heard they hadn't. He refused it. If anybody ever needed protection of the Secret Service, it'd be him. John Kennedy assassinated, Robert Kennedy assassinated his father. And then people say, well, he doesn't need the protection. That's what Biden says. That's what his group says, the administration. And so, you know, they can kind of wipe their hands if he gets assassinated. Oh, well, you know, we didn't do it. Look at what has been done, though. Lavoy Finicum, I think that's his name, the rancher out in, or was it Nebraska or somewhere, that was gunned down. He and his family in a vehicle were ambushed as he's going trying to talk to a sheriff. And the Justice Department, the Highway Patrol of that state, whichever it was, several different agencies came together to ambush them there. And as he got out of the car, and there's some question of whether or not he was reaching for a gun. We'll never know for sure, but that's a very much possibility. It looked like he possibly could have been, but we don't know that. But they gunned him down before he ever pulled anything out. And then riddled the vehicle with family members and children in it with bullets, and tear gas, claiming that there's only, I forget now, either 8 or 18 bullets were fired, shots were fired. Just the video that I listened to, I counted at least 36. The people in the vehicle said there was 100 or more. But definitely lies told there. Much more than 18 or 20 or whatever. Many, many more than that. And here you got the video and you can hear the shots being fired. And then investigation says that there's only something like 18. All right, that's where we're at. Things are going your way right now. Looks like for these, I don't know, somebody said you can't call them liberals anymore. They've gone way off the edge past liberalism. And I found that to be true. And so, as they're going out there and they zip it up for a little while, but they don't want anybody else to say anything either. But then they'll come back and they'll begin and then accuse, like I say, Republicans, independents, whoever, everybody else of the problems that's going on except Democrats. And they're the saviors. You know, everybody else is trying to destroy democracy when they are the ones who are really doing it. They're the ones that want to get rid of our Constitution. They would love to. They hate the Constitution. And many have said that. But here we got these people that's invested. They're kind of the ruling people now. And they're on the scene now. And they're gaining in power and more power all the time. But if you're in that group, you better enjoy it while you can because it's not going to last. You'll face the evil that you've created, you have to create, and have to pave the way to come in. One day it'll be your turn. Because that's all these wicked people and Satan knows how to do is divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide. And so your turn would come eventually. But here, finally, the whole Babylonian system. Now, I tell you what, it sounds like it could, this description sounds a lot like America. Is America really the Babylon that we talked about, the mystery Babylon? It sounds like it could be, but I'm not sure about that. I would not make that assertion, but it is possible. I don't think it is, but it is possible. But if it's not, they're like that. And the voice of harpers, all this stuff, not going to be found. I mean, and all these people that put their investments in this mystery Babylon over the months and years. All of a sudden, and they're celebrating. This is wonderful. Got the key men of the, what they call the insurgency, locked away, sent off to the work camps and whatever else. It doesn't bother them. And so, Babylon is fallen. And you see these people that were celebrating is going to be crying. Crying like babies. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, and were, past tense. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Babylon, wicked Babylon, the great mystery Babylon, was behind all these slayings and things. So there we have it. Close chapter 18. We'll start verse 19 as soon as we can. It took much longer with this one, but I felt like things need to be said. I've tried to just speak nothing but the truth. Dale Little here with Rescue America Ministries.